And we're back with an all-new episode of Keep It. I'm Louis Bertel, the last standing host of Keep It for now. As you know, we're going to be trying out guest hosts for the next few weeks, months, however long it takes. I'm honestly in no rush. I love meeting new people. I don't know about you people. It feels very pop cultural to me. But today, we have a fabulous producer, writer, and I have to say, there's no other way to put it, Instagram countess. What you bring to Instagram is so special and fabulous. We have Caroline Goldfarb with us.
Louis, thank you. What an intro.
If you know official Sean Penn, she runs that account. But also, she was a producer on Sex Lives of College Girls.
Yes.
One of the great shows of the past few years, with some of the great performances of the past few years.
Some of the great performances, some of the okay performances. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone on that show was fabulous. You know, Sex Lives of College Girls. It brought us Renee Rapp. It brought us Pauline Chalamet, brought us the comedic stylings of some of my favorite. Rob Hubel?
Yes.
We love Rob Hubel. I was hoping the show would go for about 15 years. I wanted to see the girls go to grad school, post-grad, postdoc, go back to undergrad. I mean, I was in it for the long haul. Yeah.
Visiting
TFA.
professors. Oh my God, Visiting Professors should be the name of a sexy series.
Oh, I love that. The sex lives of visiting professors.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
And also, you are writing another movie that we can't identify by name yet.
Louis, here's the thing. This sounds like a joke, but I'm writing a big animated studio movie, and I can't legally say what it is. I'm not allowed to say. Let's just say the main character, go with me.
Yeah.
He's green.
Okay.
And that's all I can say.
If it's Elphaba, that's such a weird way to refer to Elphaba.
I'm writing the animated...
The male Elphaba story.
The animated gender-flipped reboot of Wicked. You heard it here first.
Imagine having your problem with Wicked is just like, what are the men thinking?
I know. I want to see Wicked, but from Fiero's perspective.
Right. Actually, I wouldn't hate that, to be honest.
No, that actually sounds really good.
No,
Is Jonathan Bailey the best actor of our generation? Real question. Well, I think he might be.
My thing about him is not only is he good, he also has just palpable sexuality in a way that I feel like a lot of people are used to calling actors hot or, you know, they look good in an Instagram photo, but the actual energy coming off of him, I find to be kind of nefarious and
nasty,
fun.
Fuckable.
Yeah, nasty.
Hot.
Yeah.
To all genders, women, men, it's pansexual, universal, horny energy.
And it's also very guileless. It doesn't feel like he's just putting it out there. It doesn't feel contrived in any way, too.
He's like, I'm not trying. You're the horny one.
Right.
I love him.
Yeah. No.
Best part of Jurassic Reboot World or whatever it was called.
Did you think there was a best part of that? Because I actually am lining up all those people for
mass murder.
Yeah. No, like Judgment at Nuremberg, kind of like, yeah, I'm upset. Yeah.
I liked it, Louis.
No, when you
Jonathan
said you liked
Bailey
it
was good.
No, Jonathan Bailey and Jurassic World are not the same thing.
The fact that it worked, though, he brought something to it. He was sexy, he was horny, he was cute, he has little fuck me glasses on. To me, I'm sorry, I love ScarJo. She's one of our best Jews, and I hate to hate on a Jewess, but she was kind of the weak link in that cast for me.
It's just, she has such an interesting career for me because to me, she is somebody who should, I mean, like, I want her to be successful and make successful movies, but she has such indie actress energy.
Exactly. She can fall so flat in a big studio movie. I don't want to see her near a fucking blue screen. She just, when she's has to deliver lines like with brutal exposition or backstory for like a thinly written character, and she's like, I lost my son in the fire, and then I lost my partner, and I have PTSD. Like, all of that falls so flat with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just want to see her in like a small indie opposite, you know, I don't know, I guess an Adam Drive or a Bill Murray. You know, it's just not, I don't know dinosaurs for her.
Not that I would call her deadpan, but that kind of delivery she gives like is very hard for exposition type material.
Notice that she's eating a lot and using a lot of props as she acts to like make her feel more natural because she can be so flat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have started by absolutely ripping one of our generation's best actresses, and people are going to turn the podcast off.
No, I think one of the reasons it's hard to keep the universe of rom-coms going is that what an actress has to do, the business that she has to convey, like there's so much like minor story stuff they have to do and sell and make interesting. And you basically have to have a bubbliness in order to do that. It's like, that's why I think Jennifer Aniston was so good on Friends. She could set up the plot on an episode and seem really excited about it.
Yeah, that was a good Jennifer. She's got that lilt, she's going up.
Professionally
ScarJo's going down.
Yes. Right.
Jennifer's going up.
And by the way, literally, deadpan is an energy I vibe with. I just think it's very hard to set up the stakes of a movie with it.
You're so right.
Lewis,
you are an intellectual. You're an luminary. I love your mind.
Oh, I'm doing my best over here. Now, speaking of absorbing culture, you just got back from the Mayhem. I can't just call it a ball. I mean, it's so explosive and so like 9 Inch Nails level intense the entire time.
The Mayhem Gothic Opera Ball at the Kia Forum in beautiful Inglewood, California.
Yes, that's where I lived when I first moved to LA.
Really?
Right off La Cienega, yes.
How amazing is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I wanted to be close to the airport. I can't explain it.
Sure, as many people do. It's just like you love to see the planes. It's white noise. I live now near the Burbank airport, and I actually find the sound of planes to be quite soothing.
Yes.
Sort of like the ocean to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Gaga Mayhem Ball. I'm coming down from it. Here's my thing. Are you a Gaga fan?
Quite.
Gaga is a once-in-a-lifetime legacy generational artist that we're watching become that in real time. I am such a Gaga head, such a stan. I think that everything about her is so deliciously talented. But what's so interesting, I think the show was so well conceived. The creative direction was completely on point. There was some kind of story being told. I couldn't tell you what that story was. It was a little convoluted. Something about her having like sexual fights with her twin inside of a Gothic opera house.
Oh, right.
But the
college.
Yeah, been there, done that. You at Idaho University?
Iowa. Yes,
Iowa,
yes.
me at Northwestern. Oh boy. But it was so aesthetically on point and had such a nice, clear, beautiful through line. It felt very cohesive. And Gaga, seeing Gaga live, have you seen her live?
Yes, a couple times.
So she's one of those artists where it's almost weird to see her live because obviously we know Gaga sings live, but her voice in person not only sounds exactly like the record, sounds, I would say, better than the recording.
Yeah.
So you're almost so tripped out because you're like, I know this artist isn't lip syncing, but it sounds so fucking perfect that I'm always like, is she lip syncing? It's like trippy to
There's
see
no
her live.
difference in a way.
There's
like she may as well not sing. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, you could have just lip synced because you sound exactly the same as the recording. It's truly mind blowing. But there's so much to do and ephemera and the Gothic and the wig changes. There's so much happening during the Mayhem Ball that the moments I liked the most were ironically, paradoxically, even the most stripped down moments when she's sitting at a piano front of stage singing Die With a Smile. When the very best part of the show, it's at the end, I don't know if you've seen a clip of it, where it's after the encores, it's the very end of the show, the credits have run, and the big mega screen comes on and Gaga is backstage. She's taken all her makeup off. She's wearing just a wig cap and she's in sweats. She's literally in a hoodie. And she starts singing How Bad Do You Want Me from backstage with the makeup off. And sort of like a host walking backstage at SNL, she sort of walks through the bowels of the Kia Forum and her dancers are all there and they've changed out of their clothes. They're wearing their Mayhem merch and she's singing the song and like interacting with her backstage people and all of the employees on the tour. And then she comes out on stage and finishes the song and bows. It's the stripped down moments for me that I enjoyed the show the most.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like she has to have that moment to counterbalance the rest of the show because it's such a production. But it's also, it's something she can do because she has the chops so on tap. You know what I mean? Like she could walk into this room right now and just bellow perfectly. Like I can't think of her even, she's like a Karen Carpenter person where it's like, I can't picture a bum note really.
No, there's no bum notes to be had. But the best part of seeing Mayhem, and this is just a little personal anecdote. I went with, believe it or not, my dad. That's right. My 66.
Is he a fan?
My dad is such a Gaga fan. He's so down bad for Lady Gaga in a way that I love for my 65-year-old straight dad. And he very proudly talks about that Lady Gaga as his hall pass, which I find to be a very annoying aspect of straight culture, straight people talking about who their hall pass would be. It's like,
yeah, it does.
I'm married.
It sends a shiver down my spine, I have to say.
I totally agree with you. And I think it's this really annoying, appropriate way for heterosexual people to embrace or like dabble in non-monogamy, but it's like not actually real, and it's under the guise of like something that could actually never happen. I find it to be a really annoying aspect of straight culture. I totally agree with you. But I love that my, again, 60-something-year-old father's hall pass is Lady Gaga. To me, like most straight guys' hall pass, I feel like it's like, oh, it's Sydney Sweeney, you know? It's like some...
And what a week she had.
I know. But she does have great genes, and I do mean that in the racist way. No, I'm just kidding. It's so insane. I can't fucking deal with Sydney Sweeney. She annoys me so much. But my dad always talks about it, and he told pretty much anyone that would listen to him at the forum. He was like telling the people that were showing us where to sit. He's like, Lady Gaga's my hall pass. But he has this appreciation for Gaga that I think reflects really well on him as a straight man. And he brought out a printed set list, double-sided, and referred to it constantly throughout the show, just so he would always know exactly where we were, what song was happening, and he was just enjoying it so much, and the printed out set list brought me a lot of joy. I have videos of it that I'll send to you against your will later.
Thank you. I mean, something I love about her is she has this operatic quality when she sings, and I love when she can still find a way to bring humor into that, because a problem I had with Lady Gaga around 2011 when Born This Way came out was she was the most unself-serious superstar and then kind of became the most self-serious superstar. It felt like, in a way, she had been given like this helm to be, just like she was important to LGBTQ people. And she said, I'm going to own that in a way where it's going to become a bit professorial. And I felt like she lost a little bit of the fame daffiness, the funniness.
She went didactic with it.
Yes. And I feel like now Mayhem is sort of a really good combination of those two worlds, where she can be like your queer X-Men like heroine, who feels a bit didactic, but at the same time it's so goofy and monstrous. You have to laugh a little bit too.
There's a humor, there's this inherent silliness to it, but it's all built on this foundation of incredible pop music, incredible vocals, amazing artistry. It does feel like everything's kind of cohesively come together. I don't like to think about the Joanne period. I have, appreciation for art pop, but I do think she was going through a public psychosis breakdown at the time.
Right, which I believe she has simply just said.
Yeah.
Also.
So I don't want to, of course, speak for her, but Mayhem has been such a return to form and such a beautiful moment for us Gaga fans. It feels very full circle, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I say I saw her Coachella set, which is most of what you see at the forum show, but I wish I had seen it in person.
I know, it was kind of having seen the Coachella show, the Mayhem Ball's basically the same.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but it still rocked. She's so awesome, and I love that it was a arena show, not a stadium show. I feel like I've seen so many arena shows in the past couple years, like Cowboy Carter and Renaissance, and I am a really short person, and I can never see anything at an arena show. Like I went to Cowboy Carter, and I remember I was on the floor, and I was like looking in the direction that I thought Beyonce was, and my friends would have to be like, Caroline, no, she like turn your body literally 180 degrees, like she's over there.
I feel like I want to get perspectives of people of different heights at every concert, because I feel like it does come down to height. I agree.
I saw 15% of Cowboy Carter, and it cost it was not a good ROI for me, but in a stadium show, it's so much more intimate. That's right. I called a stadium show intimate.
Well, for her, I mean, she's somebody who speaks and then it turns into a belt. So I feel like that is intimate for her.
It is intimate. I really liked it. And I love the Forum. It's one of my favorite venues in LA. So yeah, that's my take on the Mayhem Ball.
Well, speaking of epic, we are going to talk about the new Naked Gun this week, which is allegedly here to save comedy. Looking at the box office returns, it's kind of on its way. I would say it's modestly strolling its way there. But we both saw that this weekend, so we'll get into that.
Yes.
We'll be right back with more Keep It.
Keep It is brought to you by Honey Love. I don't know much about breasts, but what I do know came from Sexy Red Songs. Well, Sexy Red Songs and our producer Kennedy, who has ended her stretch of singledom and found a new love. Honey Love, that is.
Honey Love is an independent female-founded brand of supported wire-free bras. As Kennedy has said verbatim, I have itty-bitty titties. This is her quote, not me paraphrasing or whatever. I have itty-bitty titties, so dealing with underwire for a measly A-cup adds insult to injury. But with Honey Love, I don't have a pesky wire reminding me of my shortcomings, small cuppings, every time it stabs me in the rib. Honey Love also makes shapewear that's designed to move with you. It uses targeted compression to enhance your curves instead of squeeze them, working with your body instead of against it.
Honey Love sounds like a KT Tunstall song. You
I
know
was
what I'm
just saying,
saying?
it sounds like the woman who hosted Forgive or Forget.
It's Mother Love's daughter.
Yeah. She's taking over.
Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/keepit and use our exclusive link to get 20% off. honeylove.com/keepit to find your perfect fit. And after you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support Keep It and tell them we sent you. Keep It is brought to you by Armra Colostrum. In a world that's constantly changing, your health should not be up for debate. Okay, Jasmine Crockett?
I just learned that she has her own picture as her background on her phone, and I think that's cool. Women being inspired by themselves, a la Frida Kahlo.
She always had her picture on her cell phone.
Yeah, she's like, I'm in this bus accident. Let me look at my picture of myself.
They cut that from the movie, but it's true. From the latest wellness trends to the chaos of modern culture, we're always questioning what's real and what's just noise. But one thing is certain. Your body wasn't designed for the nonstop stress, processed foods, and environmental toxins of today's world. Armra Colostrum is nature's original superfood, packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that fortify gut health, strengthen immunity, revitalize hair growth, and fuel performance at the cellular level. Because no matter where you stand on the latest hot topic, feeling your best is never up for discussion.
Well, then we won't discuss it. We've worked out a special offer for our audience. Receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmra.com/keepit or enter keepit to get 15% off your first order. That's tryarmra.com/keepit. The spoof comedy seems to have gone the way of the dodo, but the new Naked Gun is trying its dumbest to bring it back. Critics and fans alike are raving about the film, but has it done enough to bring comedy back to the big screen? Obviously, that's for me and Caroline to decide, and arguably nobody else. So, Caroline, what were your first thoughts immediately after leaving the theater?
Liam Neeson is fucking hot.
Always has been.
And always will be. My first thoughts leaving the theater were, holy fucking shit. That is the funniest movie I have seen in such a long time. It was so densely packed with jokes, not just on the page. Every scene was jokes on the page, jokes in the screen, visual jokes, performance jokes, physical comedy. It was so densely layered that I need to go watch that again. I only caught 25% of that. And it was such a joyful experience.
I also think that is the most rewatchable genre of movie, like a joke-dense movie, because you are absolutely positive you missed some of the jokes. Like, I left that theater, like, I remember hearing, like, kind of ambient laughter during times where I missed something, literally, you know?
I know. You know what it reminded me of? It sort of reminded me of my first time seeing Austin Powers. It was so goofy and big and unabashed and unashamed to be the dumbest, biggest, silliest, craziest thing. And it felt very genre redefying.
If you haven't seen it yet, Liam Neeson plays the new Frank Drebin. Frank Drebin was the Leslie Nielsen character in the original Naked Gun movies, which were written, first of all, it's a jump off point from the TV show Police Squad, which then became the Naked Gun movies. But those movies were really all about kind of mocking the deadpan nature of TV crime capers. And actually, there's like a whole scene parodying like The Untouchables, where like a baby carriage goes down the stairs and like there's a shootout and it's really silly. So it's interesting that we're kind of revamping that now with this movie, because I feel like police procedurals on TV are pretty normcore now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really get like the gritty Sam Spade vibe from these shows anymore. But what's nice about it is what Liam Neeson is doing is not really the same type of parody acting that Leslie Nielsen is doing. Leslie Nielsen was, again, being sort of like a hard-boiled detective, whereas I felt like Liam Neeson's was sort of parodying a Harrison Ford character. Like somebody who's like, kind of like a little bit grizzled at all times, and then like suddenly waking up and jolting to life. You know, like realizing he's driving a plane.
A little tired.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit sleepy. I don't know. It's so funny that I guess like today's police procedurals or shows like that are they normcore? Because I think of shows like 911. Like, they're so...
Well, that has Ryan Murphy involved. That's a little different.
Okay,
Yes, yeah.
Thank you for clocking me.
Yes.
Okay. Putting me in my place. Appreciate that. The movie, I think Naked Gun completely hinges on Liam Neeson's performance.
Yes.
The movie would not work without that foundation of what I think is one of the funniest and best comedic performances I've seen on screen in a long time. He is so dry. Every line reading was bone dry, so committed, and so fucking funny. Like, that movie could have gone so many different ways. Imagine it with, like, Jon Hamm.
Right. Who did the Fletch movie, and by the way, was pretty good.
No shade to Jon Hamm.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who else would have been in that movie, but it just felt like truly inspired casting. And, you know, as someone who works in the studio system, it's so hard to create something that's so purely one vision and is fully realized and is the creative baby of someone. And that movie felt so singular to me. And I really appreciated that. You know, It wasn't studio noted to the bone, you know, and it was just so preciously funny. And oh my God, there's so many other things I want to say about it. Oh, it's so good.
I don't actually think there's much reason to compare it to the original. Like, it stands on its own, and like, you don't need to know anything going into the movie that would make you understand it. I will say something, if I had to compare them, in the original one, I think the verbal comedy and the physical comedy are the same level of excellent. Whereas in this one, I found the verbal comedy to be funnier.
Oh,
like in this, like he'll suddenly like drop a crazy reference to. There's a lot of 2000s culture in this movie.
It's very millennial coded. I actually was wondering what it would be like to be a Gen Z person. I don't like Gen Z, but being a Gen Z person watching that movie, there was a lot of TiVo references,
right? Really
extended runs on the Black Eyed Peas. It was a very firmly ensconced in millennial culture,
right? And also, which is funny because obviously Liam Neeson is like 70 years old. So for him, for like the Janet Jackson Super Bowl to be a reference he drops angrily, is a funny comedic choice. But I do also think the 2000s are this chasm of content that just Gen Z largely doesn't know about.
Sure.
Though I'm sure they know the Janet Jackson Super Bowl, but it is interesting. I do wonder how that played with much younger people. That said, I feel like a parody of old cop stuff is not really for Gen Z, period.
Sure. But aggressive, silly. To me, Naked Gun isn't about the genre it's parodying. It's a silly... It's a tornado of silliness and stupidity. Yeah. And that's really
played
for
very
everyone.
Straight. Yeah.
Played very straight. And that's a comedy recipe that anyone can enjoy.
Yeah.
In my book. Here's what I think. And I don't want to give spoilers for those that haven't seen it yet, but I also don't care. It's funny you say the verbal comedy was your favorite part, because I think my favorite part of the movie was the montage.
The vacation montage where he's with Pamela Anderson, who we'll talk about in a second. Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. And it's an homage. I guess there's like a romance montage in the original Naked Gun. I don't really remember. Also, is Priscilla Presley the love interest?
Correct. Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we'll circle back to that. Truly insane. But that montage, specifically the snowman sequence, I think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in a movie.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to say about that. So in this sequence, they have this romantic rendezvous, and they're off in like a chalet somewhere, and they're just hanging out doing activities. And in the montage, they build a snowman, and then the next thing they're doing is spells together, like a Ouija board, which is already very funny. And then the snowman, because of the spells, comes to life, and a violent sequence emerges where the snowman turns on them. Anyway, it's very silly.
It's a very extended, long joke that's taken far past its logical ending to a completely insane place. And I know that they had to fight for that. Like, the scene bears no importance on the rest of the movie. It never comes back. It's complete silliness for silliness' sake. And it's so effing funny.
Here's what I have to say about that.
Oh my God, hater alert.
I think the humor of that scene peaks when they're doing the spells. And then once you see like the green spell vapor drift into the snowman, you know what's going to happen. You know, like the snowman's going to be possessed. They're going to have some like Daffy chasing with it. I felt like it telegraphed too early what it was going to be. And it was too obviously the silliest moment in the movie.
Oh, I adored it. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was taken a little further than where I thought it was going to go. I mean, it's It's like 10 minutes.
I think it could have gone further. I think it should have been scarily violent. I think that like it should have felt like Scream suddenly took over.
To me, I love that montage thriller snowman sequence that involves someone's albuterol inhaler.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't predict that personally, but
yes.
I hear you, and I appreciate your incisive critique of the movie, and I'm here for your hot takes, and I want them, but I think you're absolutely fucking insane. I want your hot takes, but you're crazy.
But also, he plays it really well, too. Like, because he's never too... I don't know. It's like it's a crazy scene in the movie, but the way it registers on his face, which again is always like half blank and half too aware.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it's a funny place to live in for him.
God, he's good. And Pam, and beautiful Pam.
Here's my feeling about Pam.
Oh
in the movie.
no, tread carefully.
All right, well,
she's beloved. She's been through a lot, Lewis.
I felt like the last Showgirl, she was okay, and I feel like in this she understood the assignment. I just don't know that she was up for the assignment.
Lewis, I hate that you're right.
Because it's like, was she really funny? Like, they gave her, like, silly things to do. And they also gave her, I think, one of the lesser bits of the movie where at the beginning, she comes in and she's very, like, a 40s Chinatown-style femme fatale,
sure.
entering the detective's office. And she says something about taking a seat and then literally walks out with the seat. I'm so sorry. That's something that could be on a Disney Channel show.
I didn't love that part either. I didn't. But here's the thing. I think Pam was serviceable. Plus.
She had one scene where she's like scat singing in a club.
Which
as a
I think
decoy.
was inspired. That's very challenging.
It was good.
Lewis, you are a tough critic.
I just think it was good.
Who would you have liked to see in the movie? Sydney Sweeney?
Wow.
Addison Rae?
That's right. I want a child in the movie.
Sick freak?
I want a child in the movie.
In all seriousness, though, I think Pam was great, and I think her and Liam
you keep saying she's great, but then you just said it was only good.
I don't know. She's been through so much. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving her a little boost in my review.
I'm seeing fear in your eyes. Who would
you have liked to see, please?
No, here's the thing. I also love that she's more age appropriate than what you would normally put in the movie.
That's
totally.
what I'm saying.
You know,
watching an age appropriate love interest and watching Pam have this comedic, triumphant moment of performance, and knowing that they were just bumping uglies the whole time during the filming of the movie, like it all coalesced to me into an enjoyable performance.
Yeah, I have to say the real life romance angle of it, Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson
Don't say allegedly. You know they're doing it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we find out later that like it was just for this time,
you're gonna
and
get
it's over.
Sued?
Whatever.
You know they're fucking. Come on, Lewis. They're having straight sex. Say it.
Who's to say? But
God.
I am charmed by it. I have to say, it's gotten me involved in the junket process. I just like enjoy watching them together and sort of studying. Because here's the thing about Pam.
Yeah.
She has a fascinating romantic life that, by the way, several of her romantic partners are underrated. Like that she dated John Peters, the guy who inspired the movie Shampoo. And then they had a thing, and then that was over. Like you didn't know what happened. I mean, I'm not, without even getting into the Kid Rock or the Tommy Lee or whatever. Just like who she, and like remember the fucking Julian Assange chapter with her?
Oh yeah, she was like bringing him snacks in the
Yes.
Ecuadorian embassy or something. They were just friends.
She was like, I have handy snacks for you, and that was their vibe.
She's a really interesting. She's really one of a kind.
Yes.
Pamela Anderson Lee.
Right.
As I incorrectly refer to her.
Yeah, she really is just Pamela Anderson, correct? Because right now she's also in a Tennessee Williams Camino Real, which is one of his strangest plays.
Wait, what?
She is in a it's up east somewhere. She is in a
up east. What are you talking about?
She is performing in Camino Real right now. She's obsessed with plays, especially Tennessee Williams.
Wait, wasn't she also the Pamela Anderson documentary, having an acid flashback? Doesn't it end in her rehearsals for Chicago or something like that? Am I making
maybe
that up?
I forgot. No, but of course she was in Chicago. But yes.
Who wasn't?
Yes. No, literally, who wasn't?
If you are a
We've
famous
gone through,
woman over 35 and you haven't been in
Right.
Chicago, there's something deeply wrong.
I think
with
we've gone through every one of the Bengals. Yes. Like, sincerely.
Real Housewives. We
Yes.
had Wendy Williams in there. I mean, really, really, what a role that anyone can do, apparently.
You know what else I think really works to this movie? It does not waste a single second.
No.
This movie, I think, is 85 minutes long. And I think people...
Less than 90. Oh my God. A major studio release under an hour and a half. Thank you.
The only kind of problem I see with that potentially is like, we're so used to like a half hour of previews that after that, getting an 85-minute movie can feel a bit slight. That said, honestly, and I'm so sorry to bring up this name, this is what Woody Allen did right. Well, the reason people liked Annie Hall that much is because there was not a second wasted. You know, it's like these are 90 minutes or sometimes 80-minute movies.
I'm loving this take.
You know, but I'm just saying, I think people underestimate that a 100-minute movie can be too long. You know what I mean?
85 is good. I did feel a bit shortchanged.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I wonder if they cut a lot out. They must have.
This is my next thing. I think that a lot was cut out. I can't wait to see the director's cut. I hope it's re-released in theaters. Like, I'm on board for a lifetime of Naked Gun content. I'm locked in. I can't wait for 50 sequels. I want them all. Here's my big criticism of the movie. I think Paul Walter Hauser is one of our nation's best.
I truly
performers.
love him as an actor.
Truly love him as an actor, and he's this. Did you read his New Yorker profile?
Yes.
He's a comedy freak. He's a comedy stan. He has a tattoo on his arm of the names of his favorite comedic performances. He has a tattoo. It says, you know, like those shirts that are like Ringo and Paul. And da, da, da. He has one that's Farley, Short. Oh, I can't remember the other two, but he loves comedy, and they must have cut a lot of his scenes because I felt like he was a little underused in the movie. And I bet there's some really good PWH stuff on the cutting room floor.
That is almost certainly true.
So that's what I felt a little shortchanged. I wanted more P.
Do you know what I think the original Naked Gun had that I did want a little bit more of in this too is dramatic actors used in a very silly way. Like George Kennedy, who won an Oscar for Cool Hand Luke, is in the Naked Gun movies. And to see him putting up with the farcical nature of what is happening, first of all, but also just the performance of Leslie Nielsen. There's something that's very...
I'm going to have to completely disagree with you.
Oh, really?
What is the name of the actor who plays the bad guy? Danny Houston?
Oh, yes, as in half-brother to Angelica, yes.
Oh, actually?
Yes.
Iconic. He is an amazing dramatic, like British actor, right?
Not British, American. Yes.
Okay, well, let the record show he is British in my mind.
Okay, great.
He's a very serious actor who delivers, I think, a tour de force, comedically serious performance in this movie.
Yeah, also...
He had one of the funniest moments in the movie when he gets punched in the stomach and goes on a long run about how it hurts and he's nauseous and he got punched in the soft part of his stomach.
That scene is one of the few that kind of took its time in a way that was really, really good. Because it's like, you could almost say the movie feels rushed in certain, but like that, they took every possible moment out of it and yet didn't go on too long either, which I did feel they did with the snowman thing.
How does this make you feel? I read an interview with Akiva where he said that originally that the snowman was supposed to come back in that very scene, the scene near the fountain. The snowman was maybe going to come back in an earlier version of the script.
Oh, but they milked it. I mean, like, even I think fans of that scene would say they milked that so well, that one scene.
Agree.
You don't need another beat of him.
Back.
Yeah.
I also read an amazing interview with Akiva where he talked about how they got Paramount to greenlight the movie. Did you hear this story?
No.
I think this is a really cool story. So Akiva, who's a legendary accomplished comedy director, I don't think he's made one bad movie. And obviously he's, Lonely Island, Digital Shorts, like he's a legend. He pitched this reboot to Paramount and their stock price, in the gutter, but they're so stupid. They're like, I don't know, we can't really see this. Can you make basically a sizzle reel or like a proof of concept, basically? So Akiva just got a bunch of people together for the day, got Liam in, and filmed essentially what became that confession scene, where he like coerces a confession out of one of the henchmen. And he's, has Liam there and Liam's doing exactly the Liam thing. And it's great. And the end of it ends with Liam looking in the camera and addressing the Paramount executives, basically calling them pussies and being like, what's wrong with you pussies? Why don't you there's like some reference to like get your cocaine and diapers out because this movie's going to be so funny. You'll be like shitting your pants. I don't really know, but it ends with Liam Neeson looking down the barrel of the camera and intimidating
Paramount. Them. Yes.
Intimidating and insulting them. And that's it. The movie was greenlit. And now look at us. We're talking about it on Keep It.
You know what? Actually, his performance reminds me of, this is a very weird parallel. Jane Lynch on The Weakest Link, where, I don't know if you watched the original game show.
I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke.
Good, you should. Anne Robinson, the British woman who did the original Weakest Link and would be the wisecracking, mean-spirited, imperious host. You kind of thought, well, it can only be her. She's this one of a kind person. But with even just like casting that kind of feels obvious, like, oh, like Liam Neeson, of course he could do this.
Mm-mm.
You can still recreate it. You can still do something that works. And maybe it's not as inspired as the original, but it's good enough. And especially it's good enough for a very silly, stupid comedy.
I'm not taking your take. Your take has been untaken by me. The Naked Gun is innovative. It is incredible. It is so funny. Don't listen to Lewis. I know you're listening to this podcast because you love him and you think he's like a genius.
I don't know about innovative. I think it's an awesome throwback.
Okay, it's an awesome throwback. I think there are some innovative moments, but okay, agree to disagree.
And also, by the way, it is a pile of jokes. And again, we have so few of those.
I know. Look at you, comedy writer, like dissing on the jokes. We gotta embrace it.
Pimping that show Adults, which has like joke after joke after joke after joke.
Adults is funny. I'm a little bitter because I had a staffing meeting on it.
I absolutely knew you did.
I had a weird Zoom staffing meeting for that show and didn't get it, but that's okay. I'm happy for them.
I just want to say there's an amazing Zoom scene interview on that show, maybe that is about somebody getting humiliated, and it better not have been inspired by you.
Oh God. Okay, I haven't made it to that episode yet.
Okay,
it's kind of triggering to watch it.
All right.
But anyway, I loved The Naked Gun. I can't wait to see it again. And also
3-star movie for me. 3 stars.
Don't listen to him. It's 4 stars. But the credits. Last thing I'll say.
Oh, lots going on. Yes, with Pam and the freeze frame and stuff.
No, the credits that roll even after that. I think they invent at least like 300 completely invented positions and people. Like, and they'll go through like the rigging department and then the credits keep going. And then they're like, they invent like a whole department called like assistant rigging assistants or something.
I don't have to sit through that.
And it's all plays, it's very funny. And it all plays over an original song sung by Liam Neeson that is very, very funny.
Okay, well, the song I will seek out, but
and
I don't
some
need
of the
to see
credits
the
include,
ringing
don't listen to him. There's like on-set dressers and they like say who the on-set dresser is. And then it says on-set dressing and it's like Italian, French, and ranch. That was a bad example, but it's
hear that it's not that good.
Funny.
Okay, we will be right back with more Keep It, but before that, some quick housekeeping. If you love messy power players and hate the men who actually have the power, this fucking guy is for you. It's a YouTube series from Hysteria hosts Aaron Ryan and Alyssa Mastromonaco, where they deep dive into the worst people in politics, business, and beyond. Think of it like a true crime series, but the crime is having way too much power and being the absolute worst. A new episode just dropped, and it's all about Peter Thiel. Ooh, gay cringe. Tech billionaire, secret political puppet master, and maybe an actual vampire. Watch this fucking guy on YouTube or listen on Spotify. All right, we'll be back with my favorite segment of the show, Keep It, after this.
Keep It is brought to you by strawberry.me. I'm not talking about myself. That's the actual website.
The clock is ticking. The days are rolling by, turning into weeks, months, years. We spend nearly a third of our waking hours at work. But the unfortunate truth is that for many of us, that's time languishing away at a job we've outgrown or one we never wanted in the first place. But we stick with it and say things like, I've already put years into this place. What if the next move is even worse? I can't afford to take a wrong step. And isn't everyone kind of miserable at work? Why am I like a harried Diane Keaton character as I read these? Don't fool yourself. There's a difference between reasons for staying and excuses for not leaving. It's time to get unstuck, and that's exactly what today's sponsor, strawberry.me, can help you do.
They match you with a certified career coach who helps you go from where you are to where you actually want to be. Your coach helps you get clear on your goals, create a plan, build your confidence, and keeps you accountable along the way. So, don't leave your career to chance. There's still plenty of time to take action. Time to own your future with a professional coach in your corner. The reasons to do so totally outweigh the excuses not to.
Head to strawberry.me/keepit to claim a special offer. That's strawberry.me/keepit. Stop settling. Start building the career you actually want.
Did I write this copy? Keep It is brought to you by Koyuchi. I am super excited to tell you about our sponsor, Koyuchi. Koyuchi is in a league of its own. No Madonna. When it comes to bedding, bath, and home products. And their organic crinkled percale sheet set is the key to a cooler, healthier sleep year-round. Actually, let me tell you something. I love percale sheets. You lay on them and they always feel cool.
Invest in your health and the best sleep of your life. The organic crinkled percale sheets, which by the way I love, are naturally cooling for a restful sleep and certified to be free of toxins and harmful chemicals that could seep into your skin. You can sleep well and safely with Koyuchi. Koyuchi is luxury you can feel good about, whether it's bedding or bath towels, table linens, crib sheets, or spa robes. All of Koyuchi's products are of the absolute highest quality, made with natural fibers, low-impact dyes, and certified fair trade. Koyuchi looks great, feels amazing, and is good for your health and the planet. If you want healthy, handcrafted luxury bedding that lasts a lifetime, you need Koyuchi.
Well, throw me on Chelsea Handler's TV show and call me Joe Koyuchi.
I'm not going to do it. I refuse. You've asked and I won't.
Well, you can at least get 15% off when you visit koyuchi.com/keepit. That's koyuchi.com/keepit to get 15% off. It's spelled COYUCHI.com/keepit.
And we're back with a special segment of the episode. It's Keep It, also the name of the podcast if you're paying attention. Caroline, what is your
Wait,
Keep It
I thought I
this
was
week?
on Pod Save America.
I know, that's too bad.
Oh shit. Okay, I have a really hot take about David Plouffe. And okay, I'll think of something else.
You'll have to save it. Caroline, what is your Keep It this week?
My Keep It this week is to Rod Stewart and his creative team for their disgusting, abhorrent AI-generated dead celebrity video that plays during his concerts. Do you know about this, Louis?
I do not. I can't believe I don't know about this.
So I guess Rod Stewart is still playing shows. God bless the man. You know, do you think I'm sexy? I do honestly think he's a little sexy.
Oh, quite.
And wherever he's playing during the show, I think during Forever Young, on the big screen, they play a video of dead celebrities. But it's not just like AI-generated dead celebrities. And they must have made it within the last week because it's Ozzy Osbourne,
Wow.
AI-generated Ozzy Osbourne, holding a selfie stick and posing with a gaggle of dead celebrities one after the other.
We're in hell.
I'm going to say it again. Ozzy Osbourne holding a selfie stick in the year of our Lord 2025, posing with dead celebrities. And okay, like that's using AI to conjure up dead celebrities. It's so vile. It's so like, it's an affront to God. I'm not even a religious person, but it feels like an affront to God. Let them rest. They didn't consent to this. Ozzy Osbourne, he's warm in the grave for God's sakes. And you're using his image and pairing him with the celebrities that he takes selfies with are XXX Tentacion,
What the fuck?
Kurt Cobain, Prince.
Who would have loved this?
Oh yeah, Prince also, like, Prince didn't even want to perform a show with the lights on.
Yeah.
You think he likes having his dead image projected on screen at the fucking like arena in the Venetian or whatever
No.
with a selfie stick?
Prince right now is in a vault within a vault within a vault.
I know, in Michigan or Minnesota or whatever.
Right.
Oh my God, I'm
They're
a
all the
bad
same.
person to me. I mean, sorry, I'm from a coast. Kurt Cobain, Tupac, and there's a million more. It's an affront. It's hideous. It's abhorrent. It makes me absolutely sick. And I need to get tickets and see this live immediately, but I also want him to keep it. Does that make sense?
Well, I'll say this. I remember being affronted by the idea of at Coachella using holograms of Tupac but at least with that, there was some artistic intention. Like somebody actually made it and used footage of him and stuff. But this AI universe of just like stealing, it's like, it's so thoughtless. It's so callous and going for the opposite, wanting to convey real like care for these people when it's just a random assortment of people who are no longer alive.
To me, it's the selfie stick that really grinds my goat. I'm going to be honest. Selfie sticks are not a thing anymore.
They aren't.
We don't use them. We've moved past them as society. And to desecrate a dead person's image is, again, the greatest disrespect you could do as a human being. But to give them outdated technology in your desecrated image it's like conjuring an AI video of Ozzy using a Palm Pilot. Yeah. It's disrespectful.
Right.
And
it has nothing to do with him either. Why is he holding a selfie stick?
Why is he the MC of heaven all of a sudden? He just got to heaven. Give him a minute to, get comfortable, get his bearings, but he's already up there with the selfie stick taking pictures of the prince. I don't like it. I want him to keep it. Did I do it right?
Yes, I believe you did. Yes. And maybe in the next week, Lonnie Anderson will be the one holding the selfie stick.
Maybe.
May she rest.
May she rest.
Yes.
I know. Poor thing.
Yeah. Lovely woman by all people I know who know her, by the way.
Yeah. But you know what?
WKRP in Cincinnati. Not sure it holds up, but she was great.
Fair enough. Fair enough. God, have you seen WKRP in Cincinnati?
Oh, quite. I mean, I used to grow up with shows like that. Yeah. I'm also secretly 1000. My Keep It this week is actually a familiar one because I've railed against this topic before on this show.
Ooh.
But this just in, literally a producer running in like Joan Cusack in Broadcast News with this update. The VMAs nominations have been announced, and this is good news. Lady Gaga has the most nominations. I actually don't know who else would even be really in contention. Bruno Mars has 11 total nominations.
He didn't even release a new album this year.
Yeah, no. This must be all Die with a Smile oriented.
Apata? APT? How many times can that get nominated? They only say one word in that song.
Well, that's the thing. My keep it is to the sheer amount of fucking nominations at the VMAs.
Volume.
As I've always said, you need, in literally any award category, it should always be 5. Always 5. That gives you the sense that anybody can win, that listeners or viewers will watch everything and have a chance to, there's not going to be like, if you have like 10 nominations in a category, there's a huge chance people won't have experienced 3 of them, 4 of them.
The stakes are lower. It feels sloppy. It's like participation medal culture.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're giving nominations to everything. Like, oh, why don't we fucking nominate, hot cross buns or whatever? I want structure.
Still the only song about hot cross buns. They killed it so bad.
Should have been nominated for a VMA, actually.
Yeah.
You know what? Hot cross buns. Get into it.
That's me referencing a joke by my friend Chris Schleicher, by the way. But Video of the Year has 7 nominations. You got Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar, Lady Gaga, and Bruno Mars. Rosé and Bruno Mars. There we go. That's the other one.
Bruno Mars got 2 nominations in the same category.
Sabrina Carpenter and The Weeknd with Playboi Carti. But then there's categories like Artist of the Year that have 7 nominations, Song of the Year, and I just want to be clear, this is a video ceremony. Song of the Year makes no sense, and music videos still are popular, so they shouldn't have to dip into Song of the Year category.
No,
there are
stretching.
10 nominations. Best Pop Artist, what the fuck is that, as opposed to Best New Artist? MTV Push Performance of the Year.
I hate the MTV Push Performance of the Year, first of all. I don't like appropriating women's birth. I don't like.
Oh, you think pushing is about
pushing is about birth.
It's also about salt and pepper.
It's also about salt and pepper, and it's not for you to use for your fake little ceremony.
Yeah.
My culture is not your category name. Okay. Some of us have
as we're always saying in the civil rights battle.
As we're always saying, they can keep that. The VMAs,
it's painful because I remember at one point when they were just the most fun award show, and also I think sincerely quite competitive,
Sure.
And now it's just like, here's everybody who ostensibly will show up to it. Yes.
It's become the People's Choice Awards.
Yeah.
It's like who paid, who do we know will show up, who can we give a little pat on the back to as a little thank you. It's usually, you know what? At least Taylor Swift isn't nominated for anything. That's a win.
We are united on that front.
And to me, that's a win.
Though, unfortunately, when Trump came after her this week, I'm like, damn it, I'm back on her team.
Now you're MAGA.
Right.
Sorry, hate to break it to you.
Never mind. Sorry, I'm a radicalized Republican man.
You're MAGA now.
Thank you so much. Caroline, thank you so much for being here.
Lewis, thank you for having me.
It can't be another 9 years until I see you again, like the last time.
Well, it might be, but that's okay too.
Well, you have a lot of Jeffersons to watch, I have to say.
Yeah, let me catch up on about a few thousand TV shows from the 80s, and the next time I see you, we'll have something to talk about.
Ding, ding, ding. That's our show. We'll be back next week with plenty more Keep It. See you then.